Hi everyone, it's Kara from Boo and welcome. Today I wanted to do something a little bit controversial. Well, not really. I wanted to take the infamous 16 personalities test, and I wanted to show you guys the result, and I wanted to show you me going through the answers. Now, I'm an ENTP personality type, and I figured that out through understanding cognitive functions and researching, going through the theory and understanding everything in its depth. I haven't done this test for a really long time, so I wanted to see what result it gives me, and I wanted to take you guys along with me on the journey. If you're aware of your personality type and you've done the 16 personalities test and it's tested you as something completely different, or if it's given you an accurate result, let me know in the comments, because that's kind of interesting. All right. Without further ado, let's take the 16 personalities test. You regularly make new friends. So, you know, you'd think being an ENTP, being an extrovert, that I would have a lot of friends or I make new friends all the time. But no, I've had the same friends since I've been like 14. I'm gonna say not fully disagree because I'm open to it. I have made new friends, but they just don't get to that level of friend. Do you know what I mean? You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. 100%. I waste a lot of time doing that. Well, I don't know if you'd call that a waste of time, because, you know, learning is everything. Knowledge is power. Let's just absorb all that we can. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Yes, actually. People think ENTPs are these cold-hearted, evil, mastermind people. No. They're softies. But when it comes to crying for my own sake, no, I don't cry. I do cry. It's not like. Often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Yes, in my mind, everything and anything can go wrong. I always think of the worst case scenario before the best case scenario, which is really draining, but for some reason that's how my brain works. So I will always think of, okay, if that happens, how can I counteract that with doing a certain action, for example. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. You prefer to completely finish. Oh, no. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Yes. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. I don't get this question. I don't get it. Like, what does that even mean? Following your head more than your heart? That doesn't make sense to me. Maybe that says something about me, but that doesn't make sense. Does that make sense to you? Let me know. I don't know. I'm just gonna say in the middle, because that's just what makes sense in my head. But follow your head than your heart, like, equal. Like, how do you just follow your heart? I don't understand. How do you follow your heart? I don't get that, man. Usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. Yes. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Yeah, I do. I do like that. You're interested in so many things that you often find it. Yes. Don't even bother. You're prone to worrying that can't read today. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Yes. I always think, as I said before, I always think of the worst case scenario. Nothing is positive initially in my mind until, it's so annoying. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. There needs to be a balance. Like, come on, you can't just rely on rationality. That doesn't work. And you can't just rely on feelings. That's a stupid question. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Yes. I can't relax unless I've done everything. See, all these questions contradict what an ENTP would be. So, you know, from a stereotypical point of view, you prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. You know, a stereotypical, I guess, ENTP answer would say to disagree. Some weird noises outside. And, you know, this video is good just to getting an inner perspective of how an ENTP works in the dating world. If you ever choose to be with an ENTP, if you dare, hopefully this gives you some insight into how they think or how they work as well, just by this probably inaccurate test. Okay, so you enjoy watching people argue. Yes, I do love it. I don't like arguing. As much as they say ENTPs are debaters, I don't like arguing, but I love watching them. Very, very, very entertaining. Become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Disagree. I love theoretical conversations. Most of my life is theoretical. That doesn't make sense, but whatever. I live in theory rather than practicality. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experience are very different from yours. Yes, I do. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. No. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Yeah, I don't. If I've made it, I've made it, and I've made it for a reason, and I will learn from it. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. It used to be, but now it's not. See, this test is all about like, oh, I was like that when I was younger. It's not very accurate. Understanding other people's feelings. No, I actually don't have a hard time. You take great care not to make other people look bad, even when it is completely their fault. Yes, I do that. I don't like making people feel bad because I feel that weird cringe feeling unless they deserve it. In rare situations they can deserve it, where it's just whatever they've done is just not acceptable. Know at first glance how someone is feeling. Yes. See, the ENTP has extroverted feeling as their child or tertiary function, and it might not show that they care, but really they do have a good understanding of people's feelings. You are very intrigued by things like, yes, I love the controversial. Select your, let's just have a female, and let's see my results. INFJ. Okay. All right. Introverted. Oh, I'm very introverted apparently. I'm going to, what's the word? I'm going to back it up with another test, and I won't go through that again because it's just too much of your time, and then I'll be back. Apparently I'm also an ENTJ. So I'm an ENTJ, INFJ, ENTP hybrid. So there we have it. 2 different tests, 2 completely different personality types from the one that I have identified with through research, through reading, through understanding. So let me know in the comments if you've had similar experiences with personality tests. What are the things that you do to help yourself understand your personality type or understand the personality types of others? And lastly, if you enjoy having conversations regarding MBTI and all things typology, make sure to download the Boo app, a 16 personalities or MBTI based app where you can meet and date like-minded souls. All right, have a good one.